want to bring in now Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes to this conversation.
So, Khalif, ectopic pregnancy, it can't be carried to term, and they saw it on the ultrasound. So what is the issue here?
The issue is a couple of things. You're talking about states' rights versus federal government. This is a conversation that goes back to the Civil War. You have these states in the wake of Roe v. Wade, when the federal government or the Supreme Court decided that it wasn't a constitutional right. Let's let the states make a decision. It was a floodgate of lawsuits. But then you have all these laws that were implemented, specifically 99 plus years in a number of states if you assist in an abortion. So that's kind of hanging over these doctors' heads, hanging over nurses' heads, hanging over anybody's heads. You got states that are even saying if you give folks information about how to get an abortion, it could be problematic. But the problem here is you have folks deciding, well, can I do this? Am I able to do this? Federal government law always trumps. Even if a state says you can't do something, if the federal government says you have a responsibility to protect a person that comes into your hospital, to offer care to them that could save their life, you have to give them that care. And so in these instances, even in the states that have these high criminal statutes for doing an abortion, there's a cutout to save the person's life. And so I think it's a misunderstanding. It's fear, it's misinformation, it's disinformation, and it's really just a really weird place to be in right now.
Yeah.
I would hate to be a medical professional because they're not lawyers. They're not folks that are understanding how the statutes are changing on a daily basis, sometime, weekly, monthly basis. And so you may go to a training, the next week you're like, well, darn, that's different than what it is now, because every case is getting appealed and then it's being stayed. And so now the laws, it's really a hard place to be in. Who's getting hurt in the middle is the patients. And so this is unfortunate for sure.
Yeah, and especially the timing of it, of finding out when you might be experiencing an ectopic pregnancy. My question for you is, if you find yourself in this type of situation, what would the next steps be?
A lot of the research that I looked at said it's hard to determine this because it won't be in the uterus, right? And so you're looking for the blood to show that you have a positive.
It's also very painful.
Right, you're having a test that's accurate, that's a pregnancy test, and there is no finding of it in the uterus. If you have those three things there, then you have an ectopic type of pregnancy, and then you should give service. That's what they're saying. Now, if you were denied care, you can make a complaint all the way up the process, do the administrative process, and demand service. A lot of these cases, they sent the women home 2 to 3 days later. They're coming back still bleeding, and then they go do further research and recognize, wait, it is a pregnancy. I got to go do the surgery. And so now you're opening Pandora's box for potential lawsuits, not just because this person has lost the child, but now they've lost their ability to go forward and ever have a child. And so it's not just that situation that you're damaging their potential, ever having a child. Yeah, you can adopt, but if you had a natural ability to have a child and now you've taken that away from me, those lawsuits are never ending and unlimited.
Well, it's not like these women are walking in and saying, I want to have an abortion. That's very different than this situation here. So you would think that the doctors would be able to distinguish that. You
would think, but the language, the way these statutes are written, are so convoluted that it says an illegal abortion. And if you're performing an abortion to prevent a pregnancy, and at the end of the day, it shouldn't have been done because it didn't harm the life of the woman or it didn't harm the life of the baby, it would technically be an illegal abortion. So everyone is tiptoeing around what they can and can't do. Scary time, for sure.
Khalif Rhodes, we appreciate your insight on this.